Hi everyone. Um, I'm new here, new to US. I lived in Turkey for 22 years. I lived in China for about 15 years. And I've traveled all around Asia, to be honest, like to Korea, Japan, Philippines, Taiwan, Hong Kong, whatever. I've also been to a few like European countries. I've been to Canada once. Other than that, I'm mixed. Okay, I'm Turkish, so I have some Asian blood, some white blood, some other stuff as well, which is super common in Turkey. Okay, everybody's super mixed in Turkey. Um, so yeah, I'm just like any other Turkish person as well. I can speak about like four languages. I'm not saying I'm perfect in any of them. Don't get me wrong. Um, I can speak English, Chinese, Turkish, and some German, even though I started forgetting it. So while I'm explaining all of these, I just want to let you know, like I feel like I have a good perspective when it comes to looking at different cultures or different countries in the world. And I feel like I can compare them it better, right? Because today I want to talk about the US, okay? Like I said, I'm new here. I've just been here for 2 months. And guys, literally, my feeling here is like, man, so this is what it means to be a human being. Seriously, guys. And I'm not exaggerating. Like I've been telling this to all my friends and stuff. It's amazing because the problem is before I come over here, right? I heard so many like stereotypical stuff about like I'm in Nebraska, Omaha now. I heard a lot of stuff about this state, this city, or this country as a whole. Okay, and I understand. Not every place is the same, of course. The different states might have different feelings and stuff, but even then, man, even then, I've seen like villages before in my life. I lived in villages, small cities and big cities, like huge cities, like Istanbul or like Shanghai. Okay, and I can still tell you, man, it's awesome in here. It's awesome. The only thing is though, before moving on, let me give you some comparisons. I mean, like a lot of people tell me, like, oh, in Omaha, people drive cars like assholes. Bro, you have no idea what you're talking about. Have you ever tried driving in Turkey, Istanbul? Have you ever tried driving in Shanghai? In Beijing? You have no idea what you're talking about, man. People were telling me about the cameras in US, the surveillance. Man. Have you seen how many cameras are there for every 10 meters in Shanghai? And I'm not judging, don't get me wrong, it's just different. Different, but I'm just saying, a lot of things you're complaining about is probably is not as bad as you think here. Because this is one of the things that surprised me a lot, even though I told you, I feel like this, man, such an awesome life, such an awesome country, such a beautiful country. This is my feelings, right? These are my feelings. But man, I don't know if people do realize how well you guys have it in here, man. Seriously. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure there are better parts or worse parts of US and stuff. I understand. I know not everywhere is perfect, but here's the thing. Overall, okay? When we look at the overall, man, everything's awesome here. And the stuff you're arguing about is silly to me and many other foreigner friends, to be very honest with you. Silly. Like, why would you even talk about this kind of stuff? Like, I'm watching YouTube and stuff. What is a woman? Really? Like, fat shaming? What? Pronouns? Guys, you have nothing better to do, man. Are you so bored? You have everything that's so perfect. Do you care about this kind of silly stuff, in my opinion? Like I was asking my wife, hey, they have these videos about like what is a woman? What is a woman? Let me ask her. She's Chinese. And she's like, what? She got angry. I asked her such a dumb question. And she's like, go ask your mom. Which is right. That's the right answer. How is this a topic here? How are you guys arguing? Again, I mean, it surprises me. I'm not from here, so I don't think I have the right to tell you what you can or cannot do. You know what I mean? But at the same time, bro, it sounds super silly to everyone outside of US, in my opinion, maybe except some European countries that are super woke or something. It's amazing. Yeah, I actually, to be honest, look, in China, okay, I have a social media following of like more than 500,000 or something. That was one of my jobs over there. Okay. Um, and I was really thinking after moving to US, I'm gonna stay away from social media. I'm not gonna shoot videos, stuff like that. But man, after seeing some of the things in here, I almost feel like I want to talk about this stuff. I mean, I don't care who watches or how many people watches, but I want to talk about this stuff because it's crazy, guys. It's crazy. The kind of arguments I'm seeing here, like fat shaming. Yeah, okay, I know there's some bullies, they're assholes all around the world, but it's the same with everywhere around the world, man. Yeah, they're assholes. They make you feel like really bad. But like you being fat is your responsibility, man. I mean, they talk about like, but you might be sick or blah blah. Or I just, for example, I enjoy myself like being as fat as this, so you have no right to judge me. Then why are you complaining, man? If you're really happy with what you are, like, why is this even an argument? In Asian countries where I live, and my family now is half Asian, right? Because my wife is Chinese. We call each other like fat, like it's just normal. Oh, you got fat, or you got skinny, or you're too fat, or you've been eating a lot these days. It's super normal conversation. You're either fat or you're skinny, and like your parents might be upset that you're fat. I don't know. It's a super normal, super common conversation. Why are you getting so butthurt over this? Like I don't know. It's like almost sounds like weak in a way. And how is this a thing? I don't know, man. I mean, I don't want to be too judgmental. I know I am being at the moment, but guys, I mean, I don't know, man. People in the eastern side of the world, okay, everybody's trying to escape their countries. Everybody's trying to escape and come into this country. Have you ever thought why? Why everybody wants to come over here? Why, like, everybody's so worried about making it to US? When I came over here, everybody started telling me, like, oh, congratulations, like I achieved something good in my life. Man, I mean, I'm coming from an industrial engineering major. I have like a good career before I turn into my recent major, which is actually sports. I've done a lot of nice things in sports and stuff. I don't think anybody was as impressed as with any of my achievements before as they were impressed with like me moving to US. So this is how people are looking at your country. You understand what I'm saying? It's like you saved your life. Yeah, like this is a lifetime achievement moving into US. That's how people look at your country. But what I see here is while all the people in the East is trying to escape into US, okay? US is trying really hard to be an Eastern country itself. Like why? Why would you want that? It's crazy. I mean, guys, do you even think about like what people outside of US are going through, what kind of lives they have? And I'm not talking about like hungry people in Africa or something, because the examples over there are so extreme. People feel disconnected, like that will never happen over here, which might be true, yeah. But so they don't really take it as like a comparison, you know what I mean? No, I'm just talking about like all the other countries, like living in Russia, living in China, living in some other Asian countries, living in, I don't know, in Philippines, whatever. Do you ever think like what they go through in their lives, what they can achieve just being who they are? Or are they even allowed to be who they are? In US, at least, like, man, you have the right to be who you are. You have the right to do whatever you want. You can tell me, but there's these limitations of government, this and that. Yeah, I know it's not perfect. Yeah, you are not as free as you think you are. Yes, I know. But when you compare, you're in a much, much better position than all these countries, okay? And a lot of freedoms you have here, you got so used to them, You have really no even idea, like you have these privileges in your life. And it's like when I say privileges, you're saying, oh, but this guy is driving a Porsche. I'm not able to drive a Porsche, so he has no, man. Just you being able to talk about your government without being worried about thrown in the jail. Okay? You having the right to have your phone, open your app, whatever it is, and then take a video about like your daily life or talk about whatever bullshit you're promoting, like pronouns or whatever. You having the right to do this. You don't have to worry about like, oh, if I show my tattoos, they're gonna block my video, or if I if I look a little bit like LGBT, like they're not gonna put me on TV and say you don't, or they're gonna block my videos. Like you don't have to worry about these things. You know, you have so many privileges. You don't even realize that you have these privileges. It's really sad to me, to be very honest with you guys. Like amazing. Like people talk about like brainwashing here. I'm sure some people have political agendas. They're trying to teach some bullshit to your kids. I know, but you never had to worry your kid acting as an actual spy at your home, you know. And anytime you say anything political, they go and report to their teachers. So teachers call to your school and lecture you about like, you know, and scare you into not talking anything like that at your house again. That kind of stuff doesn't pass in US, man. No? And yeah, I know some things happen here too, but you have the right to talk. You have the right to protest. You're not worried when you protest, police is gonna throw you into jail. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about going like robbing places and stuff and calling it protest. I'm talking about actual protest and being thrown into jail just because you protest something or disappear. Not even jail, you disappear. You never have to worry about this kind of stuff, you know? It's amazing. And don't get me wrong, I know you have your problems. I know a lot of things are not perfect, but I don't believe there's any place that's perfect in the world. Okay? Any place. And your country now is good. People want to be here. And here's the interesting thing. Many people, for example, want to go to Europe as well, but they never really want to be Europeans. Like I know many people who go to France, Germany. I don't think they really care about the history there though. I don't think they really care about like, I want to be German. I want to be French. I want to be Spanish. I want to embrace the culture. I'm sure there are some people, but in general, that's not what I see. They just go there for good life, nothing else, for free stuff. In US, people want to be a US citizen. They want to represent this country. They want to live the American life. Such a beautiful, such a nice thing to be proud of, in my opinion. I don't know what you guys think. Man, I hope you guys don't mess it up. You guys don't mess this stuff up like just because you feel bad about something, you know, and then like, oh, somebody called me this world, I'm dead now. Man, you have no idea how people in the East right now trying so hard to toughen their people almost by force, okay? Almost by force, trying to program into like hardcore people, like stone-like. They are toughening up, man, while you're worried about like crying about your pronouns and stuff here. You're crying and like acting so weak because people tell you, oh, he didn't call me she, he called me he, blah, blah, blah. Jesus Christ, man. How pathetic, in my opinion. This is me as a foreigner. Look, I'm not from US. But that's how you look. You look pathetic when you look from outside and you're talking and crying about these pronouns and stuff. I can assure you, many foreigners would agree, okay? And I'm not talking about the woke, sad, privileged ones. I'm talking about the actual people who work. And to be honest, maybe not like, I'm not saying that 50% of the populace, like I would assume only a very, very small amount of people who would be kind of sympathetic to these kind of issues that you're discussing in US at the moment and around the world, especially towards the eastern side. People are worried about making money, living good, getting strong, having kids, while you're worried about, oh, he told me she, like, I wanted to be called they, them. Like, what are you doing? Are you crazy? It doesn't sound real to me, man. I mean, when we look at US from outside, seriously, we're thinking like, this should be fabricated. These kind of issues, like, people cannot be serious talking about. There are probably some crazy people in the country and they're being cherry-picked and being turned into like important people, you know, something like this. It's amazing, man. You have privileges here that people around the world only dream about, guys. And yeah, whatever. I mean, you might be like, of course, I'm complaining here now non-stop, and you might be thinking like, okay, whatever. I'm not planning to leave US. I don't care what other countries think about me. You know, yeah, but the direction you're going right now, okay, is towards, it's like backwards, okay? While everybody's trying to escape here, you're trying to be like their countries. Even if you don't leave US, if you stay here and allow the kind of bullshit go on over here, okay, that's happening at the moment, man, in the long term, US is gonna be one of those countries as well. That's where it goes at the moment. And if it does, in my opinion, the US is the last bastion for freedom, for being the person who you are, living the life as you want to, you know. The US is the last bastion in the world who really promotes this kind of lifestyle. And if that goes too, man, there's no hope for the world, in my opinion. But anyways, I mean, I love this country. I'm so happy. I feel blessed being here. Thanks for having me. Thanks for accepting me here. Thanks for being such a country that I can come over here, take a video like this, and I can complain, and I don't have to worry about the police coming to my home next day and throwing me into jail. I don't know if you ever thought about these kind of problems, but it happens. Yeah. So hopefully I can keep having a good time here, and I hope I can contribute to this country, and I hope I can earn my place. That's my hope. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you. Peace. Mwah.